Hello and thank you for joining us on the Friday edition of Journalist Hangout. I'm Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, I will be discussing with Kaide Ladende and BKO on his recent visit to Warri, Delta State, and also we get to talk about the Workers' Day. There's and many more other things we're going to be talking about on the show on Journalist Hangout. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Yes, you're welcome back to the show. First of all, we apologize for starting the show a little behind schedule, technical issues, but the show must go on. Yes, BKO, I saw lots of pictures, okay? You visited Delta State, Warri, but first of all, tell me, what did you do there?
Well, I vowed that where even local government chairmen are doing well, we'll do our best to use them as examples for others to copy. We were discussing Baroness Bada the other day, so the good work she's doing in Koshofe.
Okay.
And we also done something about Dula, the chairman of Shomolu local government. There are quite a number of local government chairmen doing well in our country. We want governance to be felt at the grassroots.
Exactly.
And the best way to make that happen is for us to appeal to governors to give local government chairmen the opportunity to shine. And one way to let that happen is to release the funds due to them. That's why many people are clamoring for autonomy of local councils. We want that autonomy to happen, and it has to be full. In doing that, we are respecting the Constitution, because the Constitution states clearly that the funds due to these people should go to them. So they are a different arm of government. So I was in Warri South local government, which plays host to MPA, plays host to the Warri Refinery, one of the most modern government-owned refineries in our country. And I was there at a time when stories were flying all over the place that the refinery has shut down totally.
I want you to address that.
I went there, shot a video, showing the flaring of gas.
Okay, petrol gas.
When you see that flame, it suggests that refinery is working, So, and I spoke with some engineers in the NNPC who told me that there is a particular equipment that got bad and needs replacement. And these things, you don't buy them off the shelf.
Okay.
You have to place an order. Okay. They will fabricate it and then ship it to our country. So they've placed an order for it. That shipment will happen, and once it is received, the refinery will begin to work at full steam again. But suggestions that the refinery had shut down totally is a lie from the pit of hell. And I have videos. Well, the videos are on social media already, on Twitter, or X, as it's called now, and on Facebook. If you go to Aikoto Akindele's wall, for example, you see the video. In fact, yesterday I shot a fresh video from the refinery, providing a better view of the flame, which everyone who knows about petroleum engineering will attest to. The fact that once you see that flame,
gas go in,
yes, is indication that the refinery is functioning. And the people, residents of Warri that I spoke to, who live in the area. They told me that all the years that the refinery was moribund, that they never saw the flame. I have a friend, for example, who had worked in Saudi Aramco for years. He's based in the UK now. I told him, look, this was what I saw. He said, oh, that settles it. It is common knowledge. But the people who do not want to see good things happen about our country, some of them were saying, why didn't you go inside the refinery? If I want to go into the refinery and they deny me access, but I can see the flame.
Something is going on.
And I've spoken to people, staff, off camera, and they gave me information.
They confirmed.
So what else do you want?
Why were people
Why must I be inside before I can know what's going on there? I don't live in America, for example, but I can analyze American politics. Or at least on 3 occasions, I have accurately predicted the U.S. presidency. Yes. 2003. The one that Trump won, the first one, and this last one I predicted accurately. I don't live there.
2016.
Yes, 2016. In fact, I was in Maiduguri when the election was conducted. So you don't have to be physically inside the place to know what's going on.
Well, BK, I want to come in here. When that story broke, we saw some people go to town, even on social media. They were even rejoicing that, yes, we've caught them. Why are people like that? Like, they're rejoicing hearing such kind of news?
You see, we can't... it's sad that when people's mind are made up to be in the negative, or in quotes, they call it opposition, their definition of opposition means that nothing good can come out of Nazareth. That's the way Bible puts it. And it's sad. It's sad. It's sad in the sense that that's the wrong way to play the politics. When you see good things, acknowledge it. When you see things that are not up to the task, acknowledge the ones and make a constructive criticism, you know, about it. Give no two-way about it. This current administration has done well in terms of revamping our refinery. Go and check the percentage drop in imports when it comes to the fuel as it is, the petrol refined product. So whatever it is, we should just push forward. Let's look at something positive. Let's look at how we can be independent. A whole lot is happening, and it's unfortunate.
How can we have a change of mind for genuine love for country? Not about the person who is, you know, an asshole, but genuine love for country.
It's genuine love for country is for patriots. A lot of people who say nonsense on social media, they don't love their country.
Absolutely, sure.
They are perpetually angry. Angry with people about things that they should actually blame themselves for. You are incapable of matching your mates in many ways. And then you blame the government for that. Things that you should blame your state government for. You don't think it makes sense to blame your state government. Everybody wants to blame the center. Everybody, you can't even challenge your own
governor, local government.
You see your governors misbehave. You don't see anything wrong. Everybody is talking about Abuja. That's not the right approach.
Absolutely.
That's not the right approach. We need to challenge governance and leaders at every level. Every level. Whether it's ward level or local government level or state and federal. Not that everyone expects the man in Abuja to do everything for them.
It's not
you can see the Northeast governors had their meeting the other day. And they were talking about security. What can we do? What can we do? And we said you cannot simply wait for Abuja to do everything. I've listened to the former head of our health insurance.
NSITF?
NHIS.
NHIS, okay.
Professor, what's his name again? This Katsina man, you know, the one who was removed when
oh, that scandal.
Yeah, you know, he was detained and released recently. He's granting some interviews all over the place now.
Professor Yusuf.
Professor Yusuf, thank you. You know, he trained abroad, he worked abroad for years, you know. He said that in the area of security, we should not expect Bola Tinubu to solve the problem of security in northern Nigeria. The problem of security in northern Nigeria is an embarrassment to everyone who is a northerner. I am embarrassed. I looked at figures of the dead, people that had died in the hands of bandits. I saw that Kogi, where I come from, the figure was high. I should be worried. I should be ashamed. So, and I'm saying that northern leaders should sit together and look at how do we solve this problem rather than look for who to blame. Look at our great leaders of old. This Sardauna, Awolowo, look how creative they were.
They're forward thinking.
The achievements that they recorded have not been matched. Today's generation of leaders in northern Nigeria have not matched, they've not come close to Sardauna Amadu Bello. ABU, all of those big things that happened in the north, these were things that he did. He was forward looking. He had friends abroad and he was always sharing ideas with them. He would come and implement those ideas in Nigeria. So these were leaders who were forward thinking. They were not waiting. They were not waiting for others to do it for them. That is the point. So what talking about Warri Refinery, this is my findings. These are my findings about the refinery. Those who have not gone there and have chosen to believe lies and they think they have something to say about a place that they are far away from, it is the tragedy of the practice of journalism in our country.
Absolutely.
That people have no plan, make no effort to add a line to a piece of information. They just want to run with it. We were not trained like that. And those who are saying, no, journalists don't, everybody is a journalist, no journalist needs training, they don't know what they're talking about. Why is it that it's our own profession that has been invaded? All kinds of quackery going on in the name of practice of journalism, and you want it to remain like that. But you don't want that to happen in the health profession, because even your own life could be in jeopardy. But you want it to go on in
anything goes.
The journalism profession. Professionalism must be entrained. People like Simba Olonfemi who are insisting that, look, only those who have training to do this job. They are not saying that only those who are trained at NIJ or those who read mass comm. No. Whether you read mass comm or not, you still need some level of training.
That's true.
Whether in Nigeria or abroad, some of us have been privileged to attend little trainings here and there in Nigeria and abroad. And it shows in the way we do our work.
BK will call it little training.
No, serious too.
Yes.
Feel the fire in the newsroom.
It's not even little.
Exactly.
You see a person who has training.
There's a difference.
In terms of his loyalty to the ethics of the profession. You see so much different. The one who doesn't have training will keep running with what's on social media, and he thinks that his own style of journalism or practice of journalism is that one that has fidelity. No. Your practice of journalism has no fidelity of any kind. You are dragging the profession in the mud. We need to change. We need to change. People like Baba Alade Odun, I wish they were alive. They will not tolerate this nonsense going on in the name of practicing journalism. Everybody is a journalist. Every OAP calls himself a journalist. How did you become a journalist? Can I now say that? Because and I've asked this question. It's just that we are people who are not interested in asking the right questions, pertinent questions. People like Michael Owen, we see them analyze football on TV. Rio Ferdinand. Gary Neville, who is said to be the highest paid among those pundits now. They are right. The former Arsenal hero.
Legend.
They never call themselves journalists just because they are privileged to be on TV. No. They are pundits. A lot of the analysts we see on TV are pundits. They are not journalists. Nothing that they do correlates them with journalism.
And in print, they can as well bear the name columnist.
Yes, and a columnist does not necessarily, it's not necessarily a journalist.
Exactly.
We have many columnists in those days. Some are lawyers, they keep to their profession. Some of the OAPs, even some of the OAPs here, are trained lawyers. They are happy to be called lawyers. But a situation in which anybody you see on TV, to you is a journalist, come on, you don't know what you're talking about.
I think that's the difference. Citizen journalism and the normal journalism, the well-trained journalism. And basically, there's a big difference.
Yes, it's important that BKO is wading in at this time because a lot of people are now confused about who is a journalist and who is not. And people are citing different examples. The cases he has cited cannot be, you cannot challenge it. You need to go through training.
Absolutely.
You need to understand the meaning of balance.
Do you even know what the ethics of the profession? Have you ever read a book about the ethics of the profession?
It is something that people don't even know how to verify stories.
Absolutely.
People don't know what is misinformation. All this
they don't know what gatekeeping is.
Exactly, the gatekeeping theory.
Dictionary is not enough for you to define those things.
Yes.
There is a way you must train yourself to remove your emotion, just like the doctors will technically remove the emotion from what is happening. So those are the realities, not that you will come and you want to impose your opinion on the guest, you want to influence what the guest will say. That's not journalism.
Now, how do we then clean up the profession? To take away, to sift.
For example, there is Nigerian Press Council.
Yes, okay, I was going there.
Okay. You understand? And a lot of people they don't even know the color of the paper. They don't even bother to
They don't even know that there are rules.
There are rules.
Governing the practice of our profession.
Exactly. Just like the NBC
you talk to them,
they'll go
and bring dictionary meaning of a journalist. That's not what I say. The rule book defines what you need to do to be a qualified journalist.
As a journalist.
The rule is clear. We don't care about rules in our country. We just know we can do things the way we like. But when we go abroad, we conform with everything because we don't want to go to jail.
That's true.
But in Nigeria, we don't care about jail. In Nigeria, we don't care about taking people's lives because we know cowardly governors will not sign the warrant for you to go and keep an appointment with God. So this is the thing. I just read about the irresponsible BRT driver who killed a fashion designer, sentenced to death. Are we sure that Sanwo-Olu will find the courage to sign the death warrant so that he can go and meet his maker?
Because that's another one.
Are we sure?
That's another
because
one.
the moment he gets to people,
exactly.
Yes, I know. Okay, all of these things will get to the apex court, but even when it gets to the apex court, will they find the courage? Someone told me that it was Oshomole that last signed.
Yes, only as an Edo State governor.
Why would you not sign? But you can order thugs to go and kill a man. Politicians have the courage to send thugs to go and take a life. But to sign
a death warrant
for people who deserve to die, you cannot find the courage. Come on.
All right, but I hope the change comes. But we need to go on this quick break. And when we return, the conversation continues. Don't go anywhere. Still Journalist Hangout.